All right, so here's a conundrum. I like that word, conundrum, that many people face. Do we cut or do we bulk? Firstly, what's bulking? What's cutting? Bulking means eating in a calorie surplus to optimize growth, even if that comes with a little bit of fluff, a little bit of body fat gain. Cutting is eating in a deficit to lose fat while aiming to hold on to that hard earned muscle mass. And yes, you can build muscle tissue in a deficit. Absolutely. Simple, right? But let's break down how to do each one properly, the right way. When bulking, aim for a surplus of 5 to at most 20% above your maintenance calories. Really, what I'd recommend is keeping to the lower end of that percentage, so maybe a 5 to 10% surplus, as this is really going to help minimize fat accumulation while bulking. Focus on getting your protein in. Around 1.6 grams of protein per kg of your body weight is enough for most people when especially when in surplus. The rest of the extra calories want to primarily come from carbohydrates. You don't necessarily need to focus on fats that much, because if you're getting your protein in, you're having a balanced diet, dietary fats tend to land in a good, healthy position. Training wise, prioritize the big compound lifts, the ones: squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, and focus on progressive overload. So that means lifting more, or just generally doing more sets over time. Now, how fast can you actually grow? Beginners, you're in luck. Newbie gains are real. You can gain 1 to 2% of your body weight per month, not per week, per month. Intermediates, expect around 0.5 to 1% increase in your body weight per month. Things are slowing down now. Advanced lifters, gains slow way down. Maybe look to gain 0.25 to 0.5% increase in your body weight per month, if that. Personally, after nearly 2 decades of lifting, I'm happy if I gain 1 kg of actual muscle mass in a whole year. That's just the way the cookie crumbles for us natural athletes. That said, if you're fairly advanced and see over 1% increase per month with no visible fat gain, then keep things going. You may well have great genetics and be packing on some serious muscle mass beyond the rates of us, mere mortals. When it is time to cut, you want to create a moderate calorie deficit, maybe 500 calories below your maintenance calories. This deficit would facilitate a rate of fat loss of approximately 1 pound per week. You can definitely go harder than that, and I have clients who do go much harder than that, but you may feel it in your lifts and your mood, so you just need to monitor these things. When cutting, don't ditch the strength training. You won't always be smashing PBs, but lifting heavy, it really helps keep muscle mass while losing fat, and therefore actually targets fat loss, as without resistance training, you'll be losing both fat and muscle mass. With resistance training, you're maintaining muscle mass and therefore targeting fat mass. Add some cardio in as well if you like, just don't go crazy. A few moderate sessions per week, that's plenty. Weights want to come first. So when should you bulk or cut? If you can see your abs are just relatively lean, I mean, men below 15% body fat, women below 25% body fat, you're in a good position to bulk. If on the other hand you're feeling a bit soft, cut first, bulk again later. And this is very important. Do not take the bulk too far. If you take the bulk too far, it will make it much harder to cut, as extra fat is not always just from bigger fat cells, but you can also form new fat cells if your current fat cells max out. It is uncommon with sensible bulking, but it can happen in uncontrolled bulking, and more fat cells will make it much harder to get lean and even harder to stay lean, as you have more fat cells driving the desire to be moderately full and consequently increasing hunger. Personally, I like to play it safe with myself and with my clients and keep body fat low-ish when bulking. If we start to gain body fat, it's wise to do like a slow down and do like a quick mini cut. Don't rush it. Don't use bulking as an excuse to kind of like not look after yourself. Set smart goals, adjust as needed, and most importantly, be patient. You will have people bragging about gaining 4 kg in a month, but if most of that's fat, which it obviously will be, it's not exactly a flex, is it? Real gains are slow and earned like one rep, one meal, one phase at a time. If you think about it, you gain 4 kg in a month, 1 kg per week. That would be 52 kg heavier in a year, and gaining 52 kg of lean mass, of muscle tissue, would put you amongst the most jacked guys in the world in a year. I pride myself on getting people quick results, but some things are just, aren't on the cards. They're outside the realm of possibility. When bulking, just take pride in steady increases, and it will translate to some serious gains over time.